Hello everyone, my name is Andy. Today is Saturday, September 2nd. Time is around 10:20 GMT and we will have a look at the NASDAQ futures on the Wanda platform. So it's Saturday, markets are closed, but during the weekend I always have a look at the higher time frame, the weekly, the daily, as a preparation for the trading week, but also for investors. So here we are looking at the weekly chart. So my take on the Nasdaq is that we had a very long bull run here as a wave one in the higher degree. We can distinguish five waves. We end here with divergence. So I believe this is like this upward structure has finished here, and then we got a corrective move down here. Normally, as a wave two, we are supposed to reach this area here. This does not happen for the Nasdaq, but that's okay. Sometimes, like this or Fibonacci guidelines, sometimes these guidelines are not respected. It's not a rule. So we had a reversal here to the upside. So now we might be working on a first wave of this higher degree wave three. So this looks very bullish, but of course we will not go there as a straight line. We should go there in five waves. So now I think we are working on this wave one here, and after the wave one, a wave two correction to the downside will follow, and then again 3, 4, 5 into this area. But yeah, this can take years to play out. So it's better just to focus here on this structure, because it is actually also possible to come up with a bearish alternative, and then it would mean that this wave two correction is not over yet. So that we are still correcting this upward cycle here, and then we could get something like an ABC structure correction deeper into this area. That would mean that this here then is our wave A. This here would be a corrective wave B, so as an ABC structure, short wave A, B down, and then extended wave C, and then from here somewhere in this area we could go down again in five waves as a wave C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into this area. So this is not my primary scenario, but it is something that is possible from an Elliott wave point of view. The reason I prefer this scenario here, the bullish one, is that current price action is somewhere like here in this area, or low is here, so there is quite some separation here. And then I think it's more realistic to just assume the bullish scenario, and the day that we get more and more indications that this is that this is really a reversal point here, and that we can that we go down, then it might be that I have to change this primary scenario into a bearish scenario. But for now, there is not really a reason to do this, but it is something that we have to take, that we cannot neglect, I would say. And so last week I also told you that I was expecting that we would at least go back to this RSI trend line to retest from below, and this is also what happened, as you can see. So overall, we had a quite bullish week in the Nasdaq. Not really surprisingly, we needed this move up. So now here we are at testing the RSI trend line from below, and so now we have to see next week what exactly we get. So if we look at the daily, then it looks like this wave one is not complete. Not complete in the sense that like we have a wave one, a wave two. It looks like this is our wave three. Actually, very nice distribution here, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Clearly 5 waves. Some divergence here. So this looks like a very nice impulse, I would say. So now I assume that we will get a wave 4 and a wave 5. The alternative is, like I explained in the weekly, that this whole structure here is a wave B, corrective wave B, like A down, B up, then C down. And that would mean that this wave B then consists of a wave A, B, and then here this impulse is just a wave C, and we will never get our wave 4 and 5. This is something that can play out. It's not my primary scenario, but again, we have to be aware of this possibility. But for now, it looks like we did or we are doing a wave 4. So a wave 4 is supposed to go here into this area. So if we take the length here of our wave 3, then our wave 4 is supposed to go into the area between the 0.146 and the 0.618 FIB retracement. We entered this area. Now we are out again. So now we have to see was the correction over here, or will we get another leg down from here deeper into the area. So if we then go to the 4 hour, in my opinion, the NASDAQ is now like the only index where it could be that this was the corrective move, like that. This was the wave 4 in 3 waves, 1, 2, 3 WXY pattern. And then this WXY consists of A, B, C, and here again A, B, C. So this looks like a mature correction down, but of course it's not because you only have one correction down that you cannot have a second. This is still possible, and this is also my primary scenario. So the primary scenario is that we will do the double correction. And so this WXY was only the first leg of the correction. So W down. Now we had our wave X up, and then again we should have a wave Y down. The reason that I make this my primary scenario is because of the other indices. Like I said, like the Nasdaq correction could be finished here. Like if I solely look at the Nasdaq, then I think the bearish and the bullish scenario are equally possible. We are in a situation that we have 3 waves down, 1, 2, 3, and also 3 waves up, 1, 2, 3. So this means basically that we can go down in another 3 waves, 1, 2, 3. But because of this 3 waves down, this can be complete, this correction. And then what we can get here is instead a 4 and a 5. Like the alternative scenario is shown in red. This would mean that this is a wave 1, wave 2 down, that this is a wave 3, that we now get a wave 4 down. And so then this wave 4 is followed by a wave 5. And that would mean that we have like a leading diagonal as a first wave 1 up. So wave 1, then off this wave 5. This is something that can play out. It is also something which looks supported now by our RSI. Like this can be the wave 1, wave 2 down. This here can be our wave 3, highest RSI reading. So now we can break this RSI trend line as a wave 4, and then a wave 5 will follow with divergence. So this is a very valid scenario from an Elliott wave point of view. But the reason that I think that we will get this other leg down here is based on the other indices, like this part here in the Dow Jones. Like you can also check my video on the Dow Jones. This part here in the Dow Jones is 5 waves down, and like we do not correct in 5 waves. We correct in 3 waves. So because of this 5 waves move in the Dow Jones, I'm expecting another leg down in the Dow Jones as an A, B, C. And so, if we go down, another leg down in the Dow Jones, it's hard to imagine that the Nasdaq will get a rally in the opposite direction. Of course, these are financial markets; everything is possible, but that would be kind of very exceptional. Also, the FTSE, it looks like we need another leg down in the FTSE to finish like a complete corrective structure. And the DAX has a bit of similar situation here as the Nasdaq, but there it looks like in the weekly we started a downward cycle, and actually this can also be the case in in the Nasdaq. Like if we do not substantially break this RSI trend line to the upside, like if we start to reverse again from here, then this is for me a sign for more downside in the Nasdaq and the start of a bearish cycle here in the Nasdaq. And then we have to see how deep the correction goes. Is it indeed this way forward? Or might the very bearish scenario in the weekly play out, which would mean that we get an impulse down here as a wave C. But it's too early to make this concrete, an impulse down here as a wave C. For the moment, I think we still have to consider this as a wave 4 pullback, as indicated here. Let's just wait for more data, and let's see when we start to take out this low here, which data we get. Normally I would expect after the pullback here again more upside in the Nasdaq. But this is just to explain to you that if you look solely at the Nasdaq, I think the scenario in green, the primary scenario, is a valid one, but actually the scenario in red is equally valid, based on because we have this 3 waves down here, 3 waves up, so it can go both directions. But just if I look globally at the market, also taking into account other indices, I would prefer the scenario in green as my primary one, and the scenario in red becomes then my secondary one. So I think next week, as traders, we have to take it day by day. So for now, I would expect some more downside here. If we look at the at the 1 hour, this might be finished now. Can we have one more push up? Yeah, we can. Like if we go to the 15 minutes, like we took out this low, so this cannot be the way forward anymore. Could it be like this, that this is the tree? Not really likely, but like I said, like I would think now that our high is in, but very often it happens like this last part, this this 3 and 4s, internal 3 or 4s. This is hard to interpret. Like we are at the equal X area. We had a reaction down from here. If you're short, you can protect your trade. Like I told you, not to take this as a stop loss level, but rather I would go short beyond this level, and this was also what happened here on Friday. So if you went short here above this high, it means that you can already be risk free. Now we have to see, do we get this downside, or do we have one more push up next week? If we get one more push up, I would try to take it again, like make your position risk free now. If you're stopped out, it is what it is, and then you can catch it higher. And then once we get here downside, then yeah, we need further interpretation of the data to see will this be a wave 4. And so if this will be a wave 4, then the alternative scenario is playing out. But in the primary one, it would mean that we start here the Y leg down here in the higher degree. So this would mean that the wave X is finished, and that we then start again in 3 waves down as a wave Y. So in conclusion, I think traders should take it now, day by day. Both scenarios are equally valid. If I look at the market as a whole, I would prefer this here as a kind of a top, and that we go down from here as a Y leg. And yeah, so for investors, I think not much is changing. I would wait at least for the double correction to buy again. So then, the wave 4 can be bought in my opinion. So that would be so first leg down, wave W, wave X up, and then once we have the wave Y, like once we know this equal leg area, this might be an area to buy again as an investor. But we should wait for more data, analyze it in more detail then. But this looks for me the next opportunity for investors, people that are holding positions over a longer time. Traders should take it day by day. Now we will see what we get here, and so next week, every day, again, analysis of the lower time frame to see where we are heading from here. Okay, this was my analysis of the higher time frame. If you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, comment to support my work. And I see you back on Monday for an analysis of the lower time frame. Have a nice weekend. Bye bye.